play Indigenous Women Speaker Series. I would like to start off with a land acknowledgement. The Galt Museum sits in the heart of traditional Niitsitapi territory that encompasses the land from the Saskatchewan River in the north to the Yellowstone River in the south, east to the Sandhills, and west to the Rocky Mountains. The Indigenous Radically team acknowledges, recognizes, and deeply appreciates the Niitsitapi people's connection to the land. We acknowledge that we as people living and benefiting on and from these lands must respect the laws, protocols, and traditional knowledge of those who have cared for this land since time immemorial. It is our duty to continue learning how to honor this responsibility and relationship. We also recognize the diverse population of Indigenous people who have become part of the Lethbridge community and the contributions that Indigenous people make in shaping and strengthening this community, past, present, and future. Untethered Technologies is an Indigenous-owned technology company based in Calgary. The company was created from the need to provide authentic Indigenous stories and learning opportunities through high-tech and innovative means. Evaluating the needs of the community, they found there were no concrete or minimal learning opportunities that utilized augmented reality or virtual reality with Indigenous cultural components. At Untethered Technologies, they decided to explore the ways that they could incorporate Indigenous languages and stories into augmented and virtual reality experiences that invite people to have fun, learn, and gain an understanding of Indigenous peoples. The youth today find navigating technology through their phones, computers, as a fun way of learning, and therefore connecting them through these means is an easy way to introduce new topics, build skills, and develop new ways of knowing. Through the presentation tonight, we will learn how to use VR to tell authentic Indigenous stories and decolonize the technological landscape. So please, without further ado, give a warm welcome to Sue Spotted Bull and Jessica Harlock.
Hi everyone, my name is Sue Spotted Bull. I am originally from Kainai and the Piikani Nation, here located in southern Alberta. I'm the project manager for Untethered Technologies, and this is Jessica Harlock. She is the managing director.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming. We did not expect this many people at all, so this is great. So what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about how we work with Indigenous organizations and non-Indigenous organizations in the city of Calgary. We've also worked outside of the city of Calgary across Canada, but mostly all of our jobs are in Calgary, Alberta right now. So we have a little slideshow we have put together just to give you some demos of the projects that we've worked on together with organizations, with the Calgary Board of Education, with the City of Calgary, with the Calgary Police. I'll talk a little bit about each one as they come up. So I guess we're ready.
Yep.
All right, so Understanding XR, a guide. So today we'll be talking about augmented reality. So our company does a lot of augmented reality. The augmented reality that we work on mostly is GPS, but we also do target images, we do surface tracking, we do portals. So there's lots of different types of augmented reality that is out there, and we're always trying to change and keep up with the youth that are always changing. We also have virtual reality, so we will show you some 360 video virtual reality that we work with that's passive. We also have fully interactive, facilitated 360, so we have escape rooms that we host. So if any of you are like wanting to do an escape room with your class or with your friends or family, we'll give you some information over at that booth later of how you can do one of those. We also have the virtual reality that's fully interactive that we work a lot with the Calgary Board of Education, making their classrooms fun and their workshops fun instead of giving them boring worksheets. We're also going to talk about immersive storytelling, using authentic voice, knowledge keepers guidance, and generative thinking, so always making sure that we're following those rules. All right, so exploring augmented reality. What's augmented reality? Augmented reality is the overlay of digital content on real-world environments. So target images prompt your device to overlay digital content. So we have a lot of murals that we've brought to life in the city of Calgary. So we have one at the Calgary Police Services. It's in the Sacred Space. We have one at the Cummings School of Medicine. It's called the Indigenous mural. It's a mural probably 50 by 40, so it's really, really big. We also bring posters to life. So the Calgary Board of Education worked with us, and they wanted to bring some posters to life and be able to tell more of a story. We also work with USAID and the New Try magazine, and there's going to be demos over there later with their Blackfoot graphic novel and their New Try magazine, and we help bring those publications to life. So the Calgary Police Services, these are just different scenarios of different murals in different price ranges. So if you come to me with a smaller budget, we can make your mural come to life through smaller means, and then I can show you different means. You can go full in and you can have 3D, hands popping out. The sky is the limit with your budget, but we also try to work within all budgets. So there's 3 different types. So right now we'll show you this one.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be sound, guys.
It will be really boring if there's no sound.
How do we
You'll
access
just be
the sound?
listening to me.
It's over.
Even tech companies have technical
Yes.
difficulties.
Is your sound? Without this in, does it work?
Say that.
Yeah. It's just right.
Say their name. Name, not because we don't remember. We do. Their children do. Their mothers do. Their fathers do. As do the aunties and uncles, all the cousins, all our relations do. We remember their smiles, the warm embraces.
All right, so that was a small example of how we brought the red handprint, which was the target image. So when you bring it up on your phone using the app, that was a smaller budget item. All we did was throw some font in there, throw some voice in there. We had an Indigenous woman who created a poem for this project. So that was on a medium scale budget. We also have this one.
Ayo abastadoki. Ayo napina lucy. Ayo istabata bio. Ixistimatso binna. Ispomo ginna. Ano xistigo. Gimo ginna. Istamatso ginna. Sugapi. Ekinapi. Mukamodapi. Ayo. Gimato ginna. Nikoxananics, Ninanics, Ixistinanics, Nawasananics, so Gamotan, Isamibata Beatsin.
Indigenous people all across Turtle Island use smudging as a way to cleanse their spirit and connect to Creator. Although there are many variations of smudging, it is an important and sacred practice that allows Indigenous people to establish connection. Everyone is welcome to take part, and spaces that accommodate this practice are key to developing stronger relationships amongst diverse groups.
So that was the Calgary Police Services. That was a sacred space. They wanted to come to life and say a prayer because there wasn't always an elder in-house that could do that. So we worked with elders on that project. We worked with a lot of people on that project, and it never shows on camera how good it is in real life, because when you're in real life, you can walk around it and see the hands come out in the face and the lips and the sides profiles, so it's really good in person. The camera's never going to capture it correctly.
It's also a 25-foot mural in kind of like an awkward space. Like there's a really random concrete pillar in the middle, so it's really kind of hard to work around. But once you stand there and fully immerse yourself into it, it's actually really cool to experience.
And then there was this one. This was a lower budget, so they ran out of money on this one, so they offered us a song, and so we just had some video playing behind. So that was like, you can look in, you can kind of peer in and see the field around. Again, on camera, it's not that great. All right, so the Cummings School of Medicines, they did an Indigenous mural again. This was 50 by 40, so it was really, really big. So that posed challenges, because when you can't target image something completely in your phone, it's really hard to do. But we managed to do it. And this is an example of
As the first crack of thunder roars, spring begins with a sacred plague ceremony. The hardships of winter behind us, the healing practices and ceremonies of the plague, whisper the sounds of renewal, bringing the creation of new life.
So this mural was based off of the 4 different...
Spring has brought the blossoming of medicine and the renewal of creation. The strong suns of summer is when we follow the buffalo and become one with the land. We harvest and gather only what we need to heal ourselves, protect our lands, and build connection to our ancestors.
So yeah, that was spring, summer, this would be fall.
The generous time of summer has passed, and fall is when we hold our teachings close to our hearts. We are reminded that our resiliency and legacy is built into who we are. It is part of our DNA, just like the rings of a tree. We are part of nature, and as we gather and reflect before winter, we acknowledge our blood memory.
The hard work of gathering and collecting from summer and fall have meant the health and well-being of our people as we move into the hardships of winter. The shorter and darker days provide an opportunity for connection to family and community, sharing stories and passing on ancient wisdoms.
So again, with this project, we worked with 4 different groups. So each group, there was a group of probably 5 people to each mural. So we worked closely with them and what they wanted to come to life on their mural, and we made that happen. So again, that was a lot of different artists that we were trying to make happy. Next, so this is the Indigenous Pride poster I was talking about. So it's allowing Two-Spirit Indigenous youth to feel accepted and honored by creating opportunities to add more terms to the LGBTQ2S+ acronyms to include a much larger variety of community members, because most youth in schools only know those terms and they don't know that there's so many more terms out there. So they wanted to create a poster with AR that allowed to tell more in-depth stories. So here's a little example of that.
Androgynous, a person who has both masculine and feminine characteristics, which sometimes means you can't easily distinguish that person's gender. It can also...
Aromantic, a person who experiences little or no romantic attraction to others.
And so each one of those characters, you can interact with the poster and you can tap them and they come to life. I think the schools ended up doing 5 posters. It was really good. So they hang them up in the CBEs, and they were really liked. What else? So we also work, again, like I said, with New Trend Magazine with publications, including AR target images in publications allows for links to other projects, information and connections to different content. It can also allow for mini games and additional learning opportunities. So for New Tribe magazine, they have a lot of videos that they want to share, but they can't with the magazine, so we make AR links. They also want to bring some pages to life. The cover on each New Tribe magazine comes to life as well in some interactive way. We try to work with the youth, and they come up with ideas, and we try to bring those ideas to life. So, and then we also have the example of the Blackfoot graphic novel, which there is here, and the interactive mini games that are inside of it.
Della Story is a hosted virtual escape room that allows teams of 3 to 8 people to uncover clues while discovering the story of a 60s scoop survivor.
So we don't show the full trailer, we just show 30-second increments, and then that way if somebody is interested in it, they can click it to see the full trailer. So it doesn't eat everybody's data.
There's parts of words all over the floor. Amoy, sugapi. Si dot, si. That was the wrong part. Ni, nah. Eat, sing, sika, eat, sing. To get across, know who you are.
So with that one right there, it's actually a mini game. We built in 3 mini games into each of our Blackfoot graphic novels, where they will teach you like about the phonetically putting languages or words together. So something fun that we thought would be interesting for kids to learn and play with. So.
Okay, so the GPS AR is really fun because you can make the GPS come to you. You can make it out there in the middle of the field, or you can make it spawn to you. So we've worked a lot with Fort Calgary. We've worked with the city of Calgary. We've worked with CBE. We've worked with a lot of people in bringing their ideas to life. So we're usually working with youth and trying to bring their ideas come to life. So they've come up with some interesting ways, and here's some examples. So Treaty 7 Trivia was...
Treaty 7 Trivia has 10 questions based on learning, I guess, the history and the trivias of the Blackfoot people being around Fort Calgary. It's located at Fort Calgary right now. So she can share a little clip of that. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a game host kind of style where you will, Dwight will ask a question or something, and then you got to answer some, like pick an answer. Sorry.
Perfect. All right.
Thank you so much for taking the time to play and learn about the history of Treaty 7. We hope you share this game with your friends and your family. Remember to stay powerful, stay awesome, keep shining like the star you are.
All right, so that was an example of Treaty 7 Trivia. Remembering Our Children, that was based around September 30th, and the first time they announced the Truth and Reconciliation Day in Calgary, and they really wanted to come up with a way to cement that into the community. So the youth came up with, I think it was 10 ideas that were located along the path of the Princess Island Park. And so this was one of the exhibits, so it was art exhibits, and yeah, they just kind of went throughout.
So this one, this was the time when they found the 215 children in Kamloops. And so to make it a little more significant was we put 215 words to go up to float to the sky at this time. So it's kind of heavy, but it's impactful at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And then we worked a lot with the murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls in Calgary. They wanted to showcase how many people were still missing and murdered. So we worked with CBC's database, and we featured all of them. So everybody's story, everybody's picture, and we'll try to update that every 5 years or so. But that can be found at, it was at Olympic Plaza, but because there was too many stairs, it was dangerous to have it there. They moved it to
It's at Pierce State Park.
State Park, yeah. So this was an example of that.
Trails. Stolen Sisters honors Indigenous women who are murdered and missing throughout Canada. This digital installation utilizes the missing and murdered Aboriginal women and girls database with CBC. As you walk through this area, you will see their photos, hear their stories, and the circumstances surrounding their cases. The information.
Ernestine Kazin, missing. Mary Jane Kazin, sister cousin. Ernestine Kazin, 26, was kind to others. Ernestine.
So yeah, that went around, and you could go around to each one and hear everybody's story, hear their name and a little bit about themselves. We also worked with some youth that wanted to bring some attention and get people out to the parks, and they really wanted to have people come to the Inglewood Bird Sanctuary. So we worked with a bunch of youth and a bunch of elders and told some stories, traditional stories about some bird legends, bird myths, bird, stories. And so that looks a little bit like this.
The eagle is a sacred and holy bird that gives its knowledge to people to guide them toward honesty and truthfulness. The eagle is important for ceremonies because it takes the smudge and our prayers up to the Creator. There are two types of eagles. Both have the same important role and remind us that difference is not bad. It is important to honor the eagle because they remind us to be grateful, and you should offer tobacco when you see one in nature. The feathers of an eagle become part of our regalia and fans for ceremony, and to have one gives strength and provides a sense of belonging. The spirit of the eagle is very strong and powerful, and they play an important role for Indigenous people.
So again, around the park you can find many different stories that are being told. We had each piece of artwork commissioned by youth, and so so that eagle was done by youth, and then we brought it to life. It was in 2D instead of 3D, but we made it fly off the paper. So we used their original art there. And then the Echoes of the Past, that was the city of Calgary trying to get people to Nose Hill Park. It's a big, big park. So we told some stories about the past so far. Our plan is to bring more stories to it, but right now they have 3 chapters, and it's more interactive. So it spawns to you, and you follow it along, kind of like a game. You'll see here.
Welcome to Indigenous Trails, Echoes of the Past, an app that will transport you into different times in history that are meaningful to the Indigenous people of Treaty 7.
Now is the time to turn on your ringer and turn the volume up. This experience is best when you use headphones.
Okay, I am Buffalo Child. This is my clan camp. We came at a busy time. We are going to travel to our winter camp in the mountains soon. Call me my family. We will have a place for you there. Look, there's my dad.
Okay, I am Strikes First. Welcome to our camp. I am taking the men on a scouting trip to the northeast. We do a patrol every few days to keep the camp safe. We've been preparing for weeks to travel to our winter camp in the mountains. We have a lot of meat and our hides that other tribes might like to take. I am glad Buffalo Child has brought you here. Bring our visitor to the teepee. Your mom will give him something to eat, and I'm sure your grandfather will give him some stories to listen to. Buffalo Child, thank you for bringing this visitor to me. My friend, you are welcome to be my friend.
Yeah. And so this keeps going, and you can, this whole chapter I think ends up to be about 5 minutes, but I'm not going to play that for you because it's very long. But you learn about each person in clan camp, and it's really, really neat. So if you guys are ever in Minnesota Park, you should check it out. We also worked with, who was that? Spirit Gummy? No. Yeah, Spirit Gummy. We worked with a company that wanted to just have something fun for Pride Day last year. So we worked with the kids and instead of teaching them something, there was a little bit of learning in this one, but it was mostly just fun, colorful and fun. So this one was really fun. So this is an example of when you finish the actual interactive experience, you get out. It's party time. Yeah. So this one was pure fun. So we also did Regalia Roots. We worked with a bunch of youth that wanted to do a virtual powwow for people that have never been to a powwow, because a lot of people haven't been. So we worked with elders, and we worked with youth, and we worked with actual dancers. And that was the first time we tried MoveCap, I think it was? Yeah. Yeah, MoveCap. And that way we didn't have to have animators doing the actual dances. We had the actual dancers doing MoveCap, and so what you see them dancing is actual people dancing behind the digital overlay.
Welcome to Indigenous Trails, Regalia Roots, an augmented reality powwow, where you will see and learn about traditional Indigenous dances. As we set up the stage, let's take care of some technical details to ensure a truly immersive experience. Please turn on your ringer and volume up to make sure you don't miss a single beat of the drum. I recommend using headphones. The powwow requires a large space, so see if you can find a big open area you can walk around.
So those are some of the dances that we have.
Now for my favorite, the tiny tots. Let's welcome the littles.
Tiny Tots is a special category for our young children to come to the dance group. They are beginners and represent our future leaders. In this category, children aged 6 years and under dance various styles together in one song, creating a comfortable environment for them. They usually participate in Tiny Tots until the age of 7, when they have a better understanding of which dance style they will pursue as juniors.
And then the Elder Quest, CBE came to us and they wanted to have in their school fields something that the kids could do during winter, anytime that they wanted to learn some power words. So Elder Quest has power words of animals. I think they have 10 power words of Blackfoot, of numbers, animals, colors.
Things that you would identify like in a school too, so like pencils, paper, scissors.
And so we had an elder and it kind of walks you through it and it kind of tests you at the end. So the kids really enjoy that. So it's through various schools in the CBE.
Okay, that means hello and welcome. Are you ready for an epic adventure? Join me going to stay with you on Indigenous Trails. Elder Quest going to explore the amazing world of beginner level Blackfoot language. Each location will uncover new words and phrases, and we'll even have a quiz to test our skill. Don't forget, there are many dialects and versions of Blackfoot, so be have some fun while we're Join the counting quest as we learn to count from 1 to 10 in Blackfoot. Ni Dukska. Ni Stool.
So yeah, so you can see there, we hope to add on to it 10 words a year, so that way the kids can grow their language. All right, so moving into more, in what we created was Indigimap. It's digital content that can be placed on surface or planes in the existing space. So it's more like surface tracking. I'm sure you guys have all seen surface tracking. IKEA does it, a lot of people do it. This is game surface tracking though, so we have a game board that you can spawn to you, and this one teaches Indigenous language learnings from across Turtle Island. So we've traveled across Canada, met with elders, and brought their knowledge and put it into this game that kids can play. So CBE really loves this one. So Indigimap is a language learning app that provides an introduction to Indigenous languages across Canada, including Cree, Blackfoot, and others. So I think so far we have 18 languages on it, all with power words. We plan to put another 6 on this year, so that's something that we'll just keep adding to, and so hopefully it's not just going to be Blackfoot and Cree one day, it'll be hopefully maybe, all of the languages of Canada on there, so that would be really nice. I would show you that, but I didn't think this presentation was going to take so long. But we also do promo videos to promote things like Indigimap. So we work with the youth, and the youth came up with an idea, and we had youth film them. So this was a promo video for Indigimap.
Open up your world to Indigenous languages from across Canada with Indigimap. Download the free app on your devices to learn alone or with friends. Be immersed in a world full of characters and animals as you learn languages from diverse communities while having fun. Indigimap offers everyone a new way to connect to Indigenous cultures and to learn more. Download it today.
Alright, so moving on. We also have portals. So portals open entrances to new and exciting virtual worlds. So with a 360 camera that we have, we can film anywhere in the world and bring it to you. So we could film in the Amazon jungle, and I could spawn it right here, and with the portal, I could walk through the portal, and I could all of a sudden be transported to, let's say, the Amazon jungle. So far, we've only done it in Canada. We worked with a youth group of girls, and it was called Sacred Connections, and they went across BC, I think it was BC, and we helped them create the UI for it, and they came up with their colors and their branding, and then there was an example of the portal. So again, you can bring any place in the world to you in your backyard. So that was augmented reality and exploring virtual reality. We worked for a couple of years on a virtual reality game that was going to be in CBE with the Urban Society for Aboriginal Youth. So what is virtual reality? Virtual reality is a completely immersive experience created in a 360 space. Most of you have probably been in it. With the 360 videos, we can create passive experiences, which I'm not sure if we brought an example today of a passive experience, but we brought the fully interactive one. But it showcases real life locations, and it's also accessible through YouTube, so you don't really need a headset. You can also view it on YouTube, because we found that that was a barrier. So I'm not going to show you this video, but if you want to look it up later, this was a 360 film. It was the Elder Guided Journey through Writing on Stone. So if you've never been to Writing on Stone, it's a beautiful place, and we took a 360 camera there. We brought a 360 drone, and it's a beautiful experience. I think it's a 20-minute experience. 20-minute experience through telling from a story of an elder, and it has beautiful scenery. So
there's also a portal above that too, and it'll take you to 3 different locations at Writing on Stone as well. Later on, if some of you want, I'll go around and I'll show you guys through my phone and stuff like that. So.
All right, so we also do the facilitated 360 experiences, like I said earlier. It's a guided process, allows for debriefs, so that way we have fun in the beginning and then we can talk and debrief at the end. It offers lots of levels of engagement, so we've had thousands of people come through it. It's called Della's Story. We also just created one.
Della's Story is a hosted virtual escape room that allows teams of 3 to 8 people to uncover clues while discovering the story of a 60s scoop survivor. The teams are positioned as junior scientists from the future that are tasked with placing memories from a residential school classroom, an old barn, and an office to unlock a final room. During the project, almost 300 people navigated the memories of Della, the central character, to understand her history and pathway toward healing. Learning from the escape room acts as a conversation starter and contributes to team building. Combined with New Tribe magazine and debriefing from trained facilitators, Della's Story is an engaging way to expand your knowledge.
So yeah, like I said, if any of you have groups that want to go through, it is free, and it's a good learning opportunity. It's also fun. So this one is on a game that we were working on and have been working on for the past 2 years. It's called Now Hiring, and it's fully interactive, and it has 12 levels that you can go in and play. So they're all right here on the banners that you can see up front. So you can go into the game and you can be, let's say, a curator or a day camp leader, and just have fun in it. So the schools really like it. Again, instead of sitting them down and making them do a workbook, it's just fun to get in a VR headset sometimes. I play some of these videos, but they are kind of long. I'll give you a couple demos. So this is the day
Join
camp
me
leader.
on a journey of plant and medicine. You found sage. Did you know sage is a tradition? You found sweetgrass. Sweetgrass is a tradition. You found rosemary. This is a great medicine to help with movement. You found cedar. Did you know? You found an apple. This isn't a medicine.
So we kind of put a scavenger hunt in there, and the kids love that. What else do we do? So you can be a barista.
So we actually also brought some headsets too, and there's an opportunity to test the game for us, and we will pay you $30 to try it. If you guys are interested, let us know, okay?
So I don't want to take up too much time, because if you guys do want to make the $30, I want to have enough time to do that. So exploring immersive storytelling. Okay, so we just want to make sure we're creating authentic voice. It's important to find ways to tell authentic stories involving knowledge keepers in unique and innovative ways, including the creation of ideas, patterns, artwork, etc. It's necessary for creating authentic voice. So we've always made sure if we're working in the Blackfoot territories that we use Blackfoot elders, Blackfoot youth. We try our hardest to find those people first. If we're working on a Skalnik Nation, we try to use those elders and those youth. So we are always trying to make it authentic. We work with, again, the knowledge keepers and elders in the regions that we're working on those projects to the best of our ability. Sometimes it's not possible, but we do try our hardest. Generative thinking, involving people in the process that are in alignment with their worldview, belief systems, and ways of knowing. It's highly important to have some engaging tools. So yeah, again, just making sure that people that know their story are telling their story, and I'm not telling the story of Blackfoot, and I'm not Blackfoot. These are just some outcomes. Some from tell the story we've had for Indigi Trails. We're not very good at advertising. That's something a startup company is not very good at. But without advertising, we've had over 10,000 downloads, which is pretty good. And these are just some things that people have had to say about us, working with us. And does anybody have any questions? That's it. Does anybody have any questions about anything that we talked about earlier? We also, if there's not any questions, we have these two guys back there, and then we'll move back there, and we can put people in headsets. If they want to make the $30, it'll take you probably 8 minutes of your time, and you'll get cash. And it helps us. You fill out a short survey, and we get feedback if you have any bugs.
All I'd ask though too is if you guys don't do like the cook or the, preferably not the cook in the grocery store, but any other ones, because I have so many surveys already filled out for those two. I'm trying to get more feedback on the other ones if possible. If anyone has vertigo or experiences vertigo or anything like that, if you can't go with the headset, I'm also going to put one on, and you can even just watch what I'm doing and fill out a survey, and I'll still pay you the $30. Okay? But other than that, I mean, everything is, all the resources on the tables are for free. They're, take as many as you want, just not the headsets though, unfortunately. I gotta bring those back. No age limit.
We're gonna say you're 15 to 30.
Okay, just 15 to 30, guys.
You all are pretty much in the same age.
But yeah, if anyone is interested, if you guys don't have any questions, you're more than welcome to go see Jay over there, and he'll start setting you guys up and helping you guys get into the headsets. And then if anybody else wants to stay here, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to put a headset on. So this is good here. So you can stick your glasses in. And then if you guys want to get worried, we also have masks that you can put on your face. But we usually wipe them and clean them. It's not quite released yet. We're hoping by the beginning of April at least it'll be like finalized. That's how we're going to do it. At least for that, you know, like find any bugs or anything like that, right? But I mean, we will still email it out. I can just let Paul know.
I'm going on to that.
You want what? Right here? We have to spend first. It's like we need proof we exist. Okay, wait. Do you want me to put my hands back up there? Sure, yeah. I'm like, oh, we don't do paper. I'm like, take it. So you're going to do a QR code. I'll send it right to you. Just give me 1 quick second. Are you going on into the headset? You just want to watch? Okay. Yeah, if you just sit with these guys here, and then I will, I'll go into the headsets, you know, and you guys can watch what I'm doing, and then I'll give you the survey after, and then you just fill out the feedback. Oh yeah.
Back we go.
Do I have to show my shirt? Yeah, let's go to one section. With it on my head? No. Oh, okay. Good fruit? Yes.
Do you have the QR code?
I could use the I don't know if it has that. I have it on my phone if you want to just.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to set this up so I can get it on the side. Yeah. Let's use wow, look at Kate Ramsey.
Oh. I'm good.
That's fine. No passion.
Finish the game up.
No. This is going directly to my credit card. You guys can see my screen, eh? Yes. So what do you guys want to, which one do you guys want to try? Mechanic? Yeah. So there is an option, you guys can do basic training, if you guys can see it in here. It just looks like an office screen. There's a manager mode as well. We have 5 different topics in here about like allyship, decolonization, reconciliation, sitting in truth, stuff like that. Really cool topics. And then you guys said mechanics, right?
Okay, I'll get you the. What's this little number going to say now? I ain't just going to let me know if it doesn't work next minute.
Can you guys see it? Sure nobody wants to try? If anyone wants to try, guys, let me know.
I think so. That one or whatever. Not the experience.
Tires aren't really this light though, okay?
Yeah.
I think you said put it.
Yeah, because they're not even so yeah. This one, I don't know if I'm going past the roof scale. Like, yeah, just go to the crazy people or just one past
Wait, was that what you said? What did you?
Does that work with you? I'll take a look again. Yeah, that's what's. Oh, sorry, yeah. You can know that, yeah. Probably something.
Just throw it in there. This is so weird. I didn't realize I was facing that way. I have to continue. Oh, my tire's gone. Sorry. Okay. Yes.
She said not to go to the stop, but like, yeah, somebody's on people in the areas and that's good.
Wait, maybe I'll do this.
Oh, yeah, you want to go to the corner, that's the time, that's okay, then you can go over to your front. Up to your.
I'm just gonna exit that one. So I'm just gonna give you guys like short little clips of these because you don't have to do all of them.
Yeah, as soon as it gets to be much enough to test it, we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get you guys, I'm gonna take up 2 cents surveys so you guys can wait. That is 10, yeah, so. These will take bullets, so that's just some stuff. Are you gonna try over there? Hey, perfect, come on, see these guys. Okay, yeah, I'll take this one right there. We're gonna write it before you get everyone come this way, whoever's finished it out, you guys come this way for the service. That's good, want to come help you wait for these? Just not the lenses. Those are the 2 headsets that work too, but we're going to put them away, okay? So we're going to keep these ones and we'll get you guys to the next leg, okay? You just want to go here, we'll wipe it up and then yeah, I'm going to get these guys real quick and I'll quick, yeah, you're gonna start. And it's just how well people will, no. You're gonna start, we call it job search. It's gonna score basic things first. So basic things. Let me know if you know, if you just said you're ready. Now speak. Yeah, make sure you're ready. Expectations, so we've got what we want.
solar software through.
No, we didn't actually. Not connected to
solar.
Once you finish, we can go down the space. Do we have an iPhone? Anybody have an iPhone? You can drop the room.
what you do. Any takers? No? Okay. I feel kind of bad. I'm just playing the game the whole time. I wonder if any of those guys. Hold on one second. Jessica, did everybody try over there? If someone else wants to try, they can go on this one right here. Is anybody waiting to try? No? Okay. Well, I guess I'll keep playing. Let's go see the survey. Okay. You guys are all doing survey, right? Just been watching?
Yeah, can we do this survey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was my face all right? No? Okay. Did you guys enjoy that? Oh yeah, nature class? Here, wait, I'll put mine on the
And I emailed it to you. I was like, oh yeah, conflict this year. I couldn't make it. I'm like, yeah, sign up for the next one. Okay. I'll try my best.
You guys almost done school? First year?
This one or the UN one were the two that I could attend of all the dates, and the UN did not sound interesting. I was like, yeah, we're sure that's better.
Yeah, I don't know how this one would go for this.
What happens if you guys just like Photoshop this?
Untethered Technologies.
When they played with the games,
It was like,
No. Said it was kind of
it was though, sitting there, I was like,
yeah, everyone, I can just
yeah, and I was like,
and you're in the back, right?
yeah.
You should have waited.
I just snuck in and sat down. I sit at the front.
We already did those. I did that smaller one.
Just the second round. It's very studious.
Yeah, very
well, I was
studious.
like, is there seriously nobody here that I know? Like, this class is so big.
I know, that's kind of how I felt too. And I was like, I knew one girl that was taking the class, but she went to the first one. Other than that, I was like, I don't think I know anybody in this class. I didn't sift through the participants though.
No, I didn't. There's too many people.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a humongous class.
It's like 600 annotations. Yeah. It's like, I'm not comfortable.
Fuck no, I just look for the ones where it says one reply that.
Yes.
That's it. Maybe base myself off what they're saying and then split it.
I agree with both of you. You guys are so insightful.
Yeah. This reminds me of a time where I have to think about this. Done.
Ooh, scores.
I swear the kids are
From that video.
Yeah.
But there's a Walking Dead one.
Just a funny guy who's hoodie over there.
Real life is you.
Oh, what are you staring at there?
I don't know.
Is there a deer?
This is also a really cool building.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this existed.
I didn't either. I looked up, I was like, this is
like,
really modern. What the hell? I just realized it in front of it.
I doubt it's filmed.
I just got this all on video. We fail.
We're trash.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, for sure. Until the very end. Yeah, it seems like everyone's pretty much done. Yeah, I'll just put it halfway up.
Fuck that first two.
I'm an Android, I'm sorry. No, there's over there. What kind of phone do you have? Oh, that's okay. Are you in Wi-Fi?
know.